Day after President Biden's historic trip to the UAW picket line, former President Trump will get his chance to talk with striking union employees during a rally this evening. NBC's Jay Gray joins us now live from Wayne, Michigan. And Jay, it looks like politics are now playing a role in the UAW strike.
Yeah, no question about that, Dave. Good morning. This day 13 of union workers around the clock gathering outside the gates, not only of this Ford plant here in Wayne, Michigan, but other automaker plants, 40 now across the country. The work stoppage, as you talk about, doubling right now as a campaign stop in the early race for the White House.
The politics of picketing continues in Michigan. Former President Donald Trump, the current frontrunner for the 2024 Republican nomination, scheduled to speak to auto workers tonight, a day after President Biden's historic visit, the first sitting president to join a picket line.
Let's keep going. You deserve what you've earned, and you've earned a hell of a lot more than you're getting paid now.
Mr. Trump taking a swipe at Mr. Biden on social media, writing, "Crooked Joe should be ashamed to show his face before these hardworking Americans he is stabbing in the back," criticizing the administration's commitment to electric vehicles, which he says will send U.S. jobs overseas.
He's selling our automobile companies everything right down the tubes.
GM and Ford downplaying the politics suddenly surrounding the contentious negotiations, saying in written statements, good faith bargaining and creative solutions will lead to a new contract. Pay continues to be one of the major sticking points. The union demanding a 40% raise, the car maker's best counteroffer to this point, around 20%. The distance between the two sides, measured right now by what is a growing picket line.
More than 18,000 union members have moved from the production line to that picket line, and Dave, union leaders say that number could climb pretty quickly if both sides can't find some common ground here.
Yeah, Jay, we are now 2 weeks in. What are some of the initial effects of the strike?
Well, look, we've seen some temporary layoffs as a result of this strike, and plants not having work for some of the employees who have shown up. So a couple of thousand employees have been temporarily laid off. We know that the parts chain is beginning to be affected, the supply as well as those suppliers and their employees struggling a bit with this layoff. Inventory, as far as vehicles are concerned, still pretty good, but that could begin to wane as this thing lingers on, and that'll drive up prices for consumers. And then finally, you've got the U.S. automakers at a competitive disadvantage, and that's going to grow if the strike continues to grow, because all of the foreign manufacturers that are building cars here in the U.S., as well as Tesla and electric makers, are still operating at full capacity.
This story far from over. Jay Gray, live for us this morning. Thank you.